Welcome to Loveland High School, where the Kings Knights will take on the Loveland Tigers. Loveland's JV team was able to take down Kings JV in 2 sets to none. There's a couple of guys from both JV teams on each of these varsity teams. Looks like number 27 from Loveland is moving up, as well as Chase Ritter, number 28 for Kings. Good team. Get that. Looks like Loveland is going to be the first to serve here. Setter Gavin Bride. Ball goes to Lincoln, who is not able to handle it. Ball goes straight into the nets. Ball died a little bit there in front of him on a topspin roll. It's a good serve there, but a better pass. Goes to Grady, who keeps the ball alive in, and picked up by the libero, but it's not really picked up high enough. Well, not able to keep that ball going. Number 11 comes now in for number 10. For a different pair of hands, it looks like. Oh, and now to serve. Ball goes a little low to the right side on Setter. Good pickup by Lincoln. And confusion there. Nobody's there talking for the ball. 3 players looking for the next guy to actually pass the ball over, but nobody's there taking it. Somebody's got to take charge there. Carter Lucas now to serve, number 18, a senior. Deep flow serve, taken by Owen. Flipped over by Braden Bennett, excuse me. Lincoln takes deep high ball to Grady. Grady has to tip it over, but Grady technically under the net there, but no calls made. Deep swing out by number 12 there for Loveland, and point goes to the Kings. So, looks like Zach Hoying is now coming in for Colby Goldstein. Graham McEvely kind of waffles it back, but ball is kept alive. And there's nobody there on the middle, but Lincoln keeps the ball alive by just keeping his body in front of it. Ball goes over the net. High off the block. Brady's able to get a ball there. Zach kind of confused there. Keeps it alive, goes to Owen. Owen puts it down the line, and Loveland's able to recover it, and the ball just goes barely out of bounds. Good hustle play on there by Loveland. They definitely should have got that first ball up in a better situation there. But it was a good second and third touches that to keep that ball almost in. Softball again. So to the outside. Lincoln there, easy dig. And goes directly through the hands of Drew Loudermilk. A little early for the ball to be sweaty there, but, maybe he had too much popcorn. Libero for Loveland now to serve. Goes to Zach, who, not a bad ball, but it's a little tight. Goes over, and it's just over the net there. And easy point for Loveland, throwing it down. Got to get on there and be confident with your setting. With that base. Nice pass by Lincoln. Jump set from Drew, and a swing wide and out by Zach Hoying, but a very aggressive play. Little unruly there on his footwork there. Kind of went under the net and hit the net there at the end, but Definitely an aggressive thing that we'd like to see now. And served him in the net. 3 points. It's going to be Jack Hurst now coming in from Braden Bennett now. Serve. As well, Ethan Grant coming in for the middle spot. Nice ball right in the middle. Goes wide, and it's, oh, that looked like it kind of OT'd or through, but directly down that line right into the seam, 5-6 seam. Very good swing. Jump serve goes into that net. Yeah, it looks like Loveland is running a 6-2 here. And it's a shank pass there by number 12 there. Ball goes wide and not able to handle it. It's like good serve there by Owen Harrison. A little bit of confusion, but handle pass easy. That's a phenomenal set. Phenomenal set and run by Loveland there. Number 9 on the set and 24 on the slam down. It's a very good run. 1 ball there. Very confident, very good good placement. Ball goes off. Good call by Owen. Keep it going. Zach has to keep it alive. It goes out wide there, though, outside the pin. 3 point to Loveland. Slider ball. Ball goes shanked behind now by Drew. Lincoln tries to do something with it, but it's just not enough to keep it going. Was able to get a good hand on it, but just goes wide instead of backwards. Ball goes now through the hands of Grady McKevley. Looks like the boys are trying to use when they're using their hands, they're not really keeping in front of them, and they're stabbing upwards rather than forward and through. Keeping a strong base, kind of like being a wall. Like that one. That one, he was able to keep that ball in front of him, keeping a strong hand. But this time it goes real high and wide out by Ethan Grant. And it's going to be a timeout there for Kings at 11-6.
Don't miss out. Subscribe now, and you could be our next winner. Want a free t-shirt? Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now, and you could be our next winner.
Yep. Welcome back. That's the first time out from Kings. Let's see if a little bit of change in momentum there stops Loveland here. Ball goes Grady. Grady able to handle that pass. Goes to Owen. Through lateral, it gets tipped over, but it's picked up but goes long and wide out of bounds there. Cobra Goldstein now in for Zach Hoying. Very good easy play there by Kings. Just got to keep that ball up, give it playable, give your hitter an opportunity to keep it all over. Colby gives deep ball, a little bit waffled out around. Ball goes wide. Colby gets the pass, but it kind of Owen runs into a teammate and not able to get a good set there. And Drew Loudermilk makes a kind of a lazy play. Instead of trying to actively like keep the ball alive, keep it going, he just kind of hits it in the net. Ball. Lincoln puts the ball 15 feet off the net, gives it to Drew, who just rolls it over. Ball gets overpass over, and Lincoln kind of chucks it back over on two, deep corner. Ball swings wide and into the corner there by Carter Lucas there, right into the 5-6 corner. Very strong hit. .24 to serve still. Lincoln takes the hands a little low. Owen has to do something, tries to do something with it. Lincoln has to put it back over, though. And they run a tandem ball. Tandem ball 1-2 there by Loveland. Lincoln's able to get the dig off the leg, but it goes straight into the wiggle, into the pin there. King's not sure what to do on that ball. See two guys coming. Not sure which one's coming to. Great pass by Lincoln. Grady's able to get a hit on it, but it goes real wide and out of bounds there. Looks like he's not quite getting to that ball. He's just kind of broad jumping into that rather than getting underneath it and going straight up and down. Ball goes to Lincoln, who handles it over his head. Grady has to tip it over. Goes back to Carter Lucas on the Loveland side. Colby Goldstein, great pass. Owen sends it back to Grady, who tips it off the block and is point there. Good use of the block there. Get that tool. Brady Benton now back in the middle, and Lincoln, man, now to serve. A little bit of a high ball rainbow pass. Goes to that middle, though, and the middle just absolutely pumps it down. Loveland. This is a great run by the two. Comes served by the freshman. Colby keeps it alive, but doesn't really go forward. Lincoln has to keep it over. Roll shots it again. Ball goes back row to the freshman who just served, and he tools it off at Brady Bennett out of bounds. It's a good rip. Braden's there, though. I think if he gets a little bit of press over there, gets a little bit luckier, he can get that ball, get that kill. And the ball serve is wide now out of bounds. Can't do it twice. And as a reward, he gets off the court as 11 comes in for him. Drew Loudermilk now to serve. Ball goes just out of bounds. That's not a bad serve whatsoever. It's just a little wide. By about maybe a foot even. Maybe half a foot. No complaints on that serve whatsoever. And men's volleyball, the ball goes right back. Zach Hoying now in for Colby Goldstein. As Grady McEvely now to serve. Goes to the hands of Libero. Gives it the middle. Excellent run on the one. Ball looked like it almost hit into Lincoln's foot there. Almost like he was able to get that one up too, but Braden wasn't quite there to give him some help on that block coverage. Zach Hoying getting caught a little high. Drew Loudermilk keeps alive, and Lincoln has his third attempt at hitting for the night. Ball goes wide out of bounds, though, by Loveland. Jack Hurst now into serve from Brady Bennett. Nope. Assistant coach saving the Kings from being a 7-man on the court. But Lincoln will be coming quickly back on as the ball goes straight back through the middle of Loveland and down. Ten now back in for 11. Low serve goes to Lincoln. Lincoln kind of fights it, but it's not very high. And Drew Loudermilk tries to run it down, but sends it real high, almost outside the gymnasium. Kings got to get a little bit of momentum here if they want to stay in this match. Great pass by Lincoln. Great set there by Drew Loudermilk to Zach Hoy and puts it right deep in that corner. Does the exact same thing that Loveland's been doing to Kings. Let's see if he can repeat that. Oh, and now to serve. Loveland has to fight that off. A little bit of a waffle there, but Zach Hoying's able to pick it up, and it goes in the ceiling, and Lincoln leaves it. Just kind of bobbles around and ceiling a little bit there. It's a very sharp angle there by Loveland. It's kid Zach there in the almost in the chest there. And good reaction to pick ball up. And that's going to be an ace there on Drew Loudermilk. Drew's getting it with his platform, but he's not really pointing with his shoulders. His shoulders are very parallel to the floor there, and the ball just keeping going behind it. Drew takes it with his hands, but it kind of bounces off. He rolls it over. A little bit of a tandem there again. And goes through the block. Block is there, but off the head of Ethan Grant there. Now Loveland is serving set point 24-7-12. The ball with Grady. Grady kind of has to get through his hand, and Owen has to just run it down. Lincoln passes it over. A little bit of a tandem again, and it goes through the middle this time, and it's tooled off Ethan Grant, and for the kill. Loveland takes the first set 25-12.
Fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
Has a story. Celebrate your special day with custom hoodies and sweatshirts from almosttwins.com. Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love. Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
And we're back with the start of set 2. Loveland versus Kings. Let's see if a little breather there. Kings can make a bit of a comeback around. They kind of went down, every 2 points to 1 there versus Loveland. They hung with them there the first part of the set there. It was still tied around 6s. And then Loveland just started to take off. A few hitting service errors or service receive errors there by Kings, and they just started to fall behind. Drew Loudon to serve. Sets off the net. Lincoln, great ball to keep alive. Goes to Owen. Tools it off the block. Is able to be picked up. The free ball there deep. Lincoln just kind of knuckles it like he's playing beach. A little unbalanced there and just trying to stab there. The assistant coach there is looking to Colby there to get that first ball, demand the deep ball so Lincoln can get the shorter ones. And the freshman sends it into the tape and doesn't get over. 11 comes in for 10, and Zach going in for Colby Goldstein. Grady McKevely now to serve. Nice flat serve. Handle, though, goes to the middle. And it goes down. Almost up again with Lincoln's foot. It's hard to tell where that ball is going, though, through the block. If it's going through, around. I don't think it's going over with the way the angle is going down, but it's a very strong hit. And Kings need to do something against that just to try to stop them. Strong jump serve, but Lincoln handles it with his hands, but he has to free ball it over. They're not able to make anything of it. Goes back to the opposite. Rainbows it high. Grady McKevely passes it, but it's too much on the net for Drew Loudermuck to handle there. It's not a bad pass, and he's right there for the pass, but he just tries to put it too tight, too perfect. Jump serve again, barely out of bounds. Barely out of bounds. Jack Hurst now to serve for Brady Bennett as Ethan Grant now back into serve. Flat serve by Jack, right above the net. Loveland has to do something, just tip it over. Zach Hoying, great cover, and he's going to get that ball back. Rolls it over, and Loveland not sure what to do there. The setter kind of is just standing there right in front, but the libero tried to dive for it. Libero making a good movement there, but Zach Hoying earns that point for Kings, keeping that ball alive. A little rough set there by Drew Loudermuck, but Zach Hoying is able to make a smart play there. Libero gets stuck. They have to push it over, but they do. And there's a little bit of wonkiness, a little bit of slapping from both sides as Kings are not able to push the ball back over the net. Yeah, Kings got saved there and got given a gift there for a free ball, and Kings were not able to make anything of it other than putting the ball into the net. Strong serve there by the libero from Loveland. And it's sent shanked wide by Grady McKevely. He didn't really have that much of a power on that last set, if I recall. And there you go. He takes it a little bit off. Lincoln takes it with his hands. 10 feet off, though. Owen has to keep it alive. Pushes it over, though. Goes to the back row. And it's put down right next to Grady McKevely. You just kind of watch it go in. Libero to serve. Down ball. Little strong off of Grady McKevely's arms again and goes into the net this time. Again, looking like he's trying to pass the ball a little bit too perfect rather than just keeping the ball high, especially on the ball that's coming this hard. And ball goes into the net this time, giving our Kings a little bit of a break. Owen now to serve 4-7. One-handed set by Loveland, but they have to tip it over. Picked up by Lincoln. Looked like there was 2 contacts there by Owen Harrison, but they have to free ball back over. Ball goes to the middle, who 32, but has to keep it on. A little bit of struggle play, but they get it back over again. One ball running the back for Loveland, but Kings keep it alive, send it back over. Follow goes Loveland. Loveland. Ethan Grant looks like he blocked that with his chest rather than his arms, and the ball is tipped out of bounds or hit out of bounds. Interesting block there. Low serve to Grady. Great pass this time around. Goes to Zach. Tips it. Wow, that ball was out of bounds. That ball was out of bounds. That hit the basketball hoop hip there. That's a good ball. That's ball half foul out of bounds. And line judge calls it in though, so Kings really gonna break there. But wow, I don't. That ball was not in. I don't think that ball was in at all. Zach Hoyen now out for Colby Goldstein, who's now to serve. Guess the ball was in, and ball doesn't lie. Ball gets slammed down through the middle there. As Owen Harrison almost passes it with his foot. Something going on here with King's side as head coach Matt McLaughlin is talking to Ethan Grant. I guess it's Ethan Grant didn't take that ball off his chest, took it off his face, and half of his face is a little red there from that hit. Matt McLaughlin looks like he was trying to just make sure his player is okay. It was quite a hard hit that he took. And the trainer now for Loveland is coming out to check on Ethan Grant there. We still up? Actually, yeah, it kind of looked like Ethan Grant's face there was kind of swelling up there. At least his eye was. But it was a pretty hard hit for sure. And from the look of it, even from the stands out here, his face is very much so red from that ball. Looks like he's going to play it out though. Hopefully it's nothing serious and just a little bit of a skin smack. But it's always dangerous when it comes to headshots in volleyball. You never know if there's possibly a concussion that happened there. Play continues though. Grady McEvely goes right up his arm, but not very high. Nobody's able to get that ball off. Short ball this time to Grady, who runs at it with his hands together and stabs at it, and the ball goes behind him, and nobody again is able to pick it up. Got to get there first. Got to get there first, and then put your hands together. This time goes to Colby Goldstein, who ball goes over, heads up play. That's over the net. That is 100% over the net there on that one. Kings makes a little break there as Loveland got a little excited. Colby kept the ball alive, and the Loveland made a good heads-up play on keeping that ball down, but its ball is kept alive, and then he tries to do too much and trying to put the ball too much straight down. Head coach for Loveland giving his player a little bit of tough, fun love. I do not like that play. It's a good run there by Loveland, but the little bit of a throwdown, in my opinion. It's a very aggressive tip down. Lincoln takes it with the platform. Drew Loudermick to hit. Goes deep corner. Loveland keeps it alive by tipping it over. Free ball. Drew Loudermick to hit again. Off the block. Covers his own ball. Owen takes the ball. Grady has to tip it over, but the set is out for Loveland. Way off the net. They have to tip it over, so free ball again. Lincoln takes hands, sends it back to Drew. Drew kind of rolls it into his teammates. It seems like every time that Drew has a ball that's not quite in system or it's very out of system, he kind of turns his brain off there. He needs to keep that just ball alive. The ball goes to the ceiling and the two players collide. Owen and Colby. But the ball is going to go, yep, net touch there by Kings, and it's ball for Loveland. A little scary play there by Kings as them slamming into each other, and it's going to be a timeout from Kings at 14-6.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
.24 now back to serve again. Float serve this time to Colby Goldstein. A little bit off the net, but Owen Harrison's there. Drew Loudermilk has to tip it over with his hands and tandem play there, and it's slammed down by the middle opposite through the middle. Yeah, King's not sure what to do there on these middle balls. They're just going straight there. Everything's not being touched even there by the block. Tip there. Braden has to tip it over. Goes ball picked up by the outside, going to the opposite and slams it down straight into the middle of the court. Kind of like a slide there. Impromptu slide. Float serve goes to Lincoln, who shanks it this time as Matt McLaughlin takes the second ball. Don't think Colby was getting that ball anyway. He's in. Jump serve now this time, and he slams it into the net. Drew Loudermilk now to serve at 7, serving 17. Float goes a little wide. Libero takes his hands, but it's tipped down. Oh, it's still technically live. Again, off the foot of Lincoln. Man. 23 now and for 9. Float serve by the freshman. It goes through the hands of Owen Harrison, kept alive by Colby, and not kept alive by Lincoln Mann. As it gets sent out, hits off his hands and a little weird. Holds again, flat again. This time, better pass by Owen. Goes back to him, who has to tip it through, but it stays on the side of Loveland, and it looks like the Loveland player was about to hit his own teammate, trying to keep it alive, but stopped at the last second. 11 back in for 10. And 27 now for 16. 27 was one of the JV players for Loveland. Loveland giving some players some time, some experience at the varsity level. Very valuable. Ball set a little low, but has to go to the outside. Lincoln stabs it, and Zach Hoying's there to almost run it down, but not quite there. It's a great stab by Lincoln, but not quite in his spot. So you'd have an easier time there if he stayed a little wide to be there. Just be in his spot, and he doesn't have to make these amazing plays. Jump serve now by Loveland. Right to Lincoln, who puts it off about 20 feet off. Lincoln has to free ball back over. Free ball for Loveland, who gives it to the middle, who gets into the block, but there's a fight to struggle, but it's not quite enough, and they're not able to get the ball over there. Kings there able to get a block in the middle for the first time in the match, it seems. Ethan Grant, who got hit in the face earlier, is now nursing an ice pack on his face. So they're now bringing a substitute, and there was just a little bit of confusion there to make sure that there is that player doesn't have to come onto the court. They just are making sure they know who it is. So Cooper Wynn now for middle for Kings. Deep ball by Jack Hurst, but it's way too far deep, and it goes into the locker rooms. Not ideal for your serving sub. Libero for Loveland now to serve. See if his brings the fire in. Not quite, gets a little high, but catches Lincoln high. And Cooper Wynn has to keep it in. First swing for him, and gives nice swing over. High ball, but Grady McKevely is able to handle it. Drew Louderman keeps alive, gives it to Lincoln to keep alive. Middle back row, swing, and it goes straight into the net. Good athletic play there by Drew Louderman to keep that ball from going over. So Grady tries to, again, put that ball a little bit too tight, a little bit too perfect, and the setter is not able to get up there in time or get there and get set. Owen Harrison now to serve. Deep ball. Gives to the opposite for Loveland, and Owen Harrison takes the ball from Grady McKevely as they both fight for that ball. Ball shanked way back and out of bounds. And Loveland serves, float serves straight in the middle of the net. Colby Goldstein and now back in for Zach Hoying as 23 is taken out for number 9. (22-11). I wonder if Loveland's going to try to run some sort of tandem play on this serve. It's a good pass. Not quite a tandem play, but it sends it 32, and it's absolutely detonated again by Loveland. Very consistent running through the middle there. Setters able to find their middle very well, and those hitters are just having a field day wherever they want to go. That time going back left or back right into zone 1. Let's see here by Loveland. Taken by Grady. Great pass. Goes to Drew Loudermilk. Setter takes it for Loveland. Libero takes in they have to keep it over free ball, but the freshman phenom sends it out of bounds deep on the free ball. Lucky break there for Kings. Kings checking their lineup to make sure they know who is the next server. Looks like the next server will be Lincoln Mann as Braden Bennett comes now back into serve. Ball barely gets over the net very well. They try to run a tandem, but it's a little bit of confusion there in the middle, and the opposite has to tip it over. Drew Loudermilk makes the back row, the swing goes deep but picked up, and a slam down again by Loveland's outside number 18. Ball kind of goes into the in front of Colby Goldstein in the middle back there. Strong hit though, strong hit. But it looks like Kings kind of gave him that too much line to swing, and he was able to just go around on Loveland's outside, the outside of their hands, rather than through them. Loveland now to serve. Set point 24-12. Lincoln's off the net there, and Grady McKevely has to try to keep the ball in, but it just tips it, tops right into the middle of the court again, and that's going to be the set. Similar score, 25-12 for Loveland. Loveland takes it 2-0. We'll see you in the third set.
In a world dominated by million-dollar contracts, flashy endorsements, and the glitz of professional sports, there exists a hidden realm where the game is played not for fame or fortune, but for pure passion. Welcome to the underground football scene. Here, there are no stadiums filled with thousands of cheering fans, no TV contracts, and no lucrative shoe deals. Just men, united by a love for the game. These are the Cincinnati Dukes, a semi-pro football team that embodies the spirit of resilience and brotherhood. Every practice, every tackle, every touchdown tells a story of sacrifice and dedication. In this arena, the stakes are not measured in dollars, but in heart and soul. It's about representing your community, forging lifelong friendships, and keeping the love of football alive against all odds. Join us as we explore the journey of the Cincinnati Dukes, a testament to the unwavering spirit of those who play for the love of the game.
Every love story is unique, and every date has a story. Celebrate your special day with custom hoodies and sweatshirts from almosttwins.com. Whether it's your wedding date or anniversary, wear it close to your heart and show the world your love. Matching never felt so meaningful. Our cozy hoodies and sweatshirts are perfect for couples who want to cherish their special moments together. Personalize yours today and make that date unforgettable. Visit almosttwins.com and create your love story in style. Almosttwins.com is where every date becomes a statement.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and you could be our next winner.
And they need some energy. And we are back with set 3 now. Loveland versus Kings. Loveland's taken the first 2 sets, 25-12, both sets. No change in lineup by either team, it looks like. Well, actually, a couple there for Loveland. I think they're getting some extra bodies in there as well, just to get some experience. I think number 8 looks like, I think he was one of the ones on the JV team as well. An opposite lefty, who is now seeing the court as well. But the only change for Kings is going to be Cooper Winden for Ethan Grant, as Ethan Grant is nursing a injury from a ball hitting his face from the last set. Let's see if Kings are able to get a little bit of momentum here, a little bit more energy, a little bit more vocals from their team, a little bit of communication. Loving to serve on a jump serve, though. And he first roll into the net. Drew Loudermilk now to serve. Serves it way out of bounds and deep. Men's volleyball. Lefty goes to float roll. Ball goes a little high and long for Kings, but ball is going to be in the Loveland players are going to be into the net. Looks like number 12 was in the net there. Got a little excited by an overpass. And that's going to be point for Kings. Grady McKevely now in for Zach Hoying. So a little bit of a change there, actually. Looks like Colby Goldstein is going to be playing all the way around this set. So Grady McKevely takes the back row for Zach Hoying. Grady puts the ball right in the middle of the court. Ball goes nice and high. Off the block. Grady is able to get the dig. Drew Loudermilk runs it down, and a little bit of miscommunication from Braden and Owen Harrison as Owen kind of slaps it into the middle of the net. Head coach Matt McLaughlin trying to get the players more communication as well. That could be eventually solved by being loud as you can be. Lincoln man, able to get that ball very well. A little bit of a rough set to Braden Bennett, but tips it over. And a slam down, and the ball gets picked up very well by Lincoln man. But the team's kind of standing there shocked that it didn't happen. And nobody was able to follow it up with there. Drew Louderman just runs it down, and but Graydon McKevely there definitely could have gone to that ball if he just reacted and just ran and trusted that ball was up. Libero for Loveland now to serve. Slams it into the middle of the net there. It's going to be 2 missed serves by Loveland's in their first 3. Jack Hurst to serve in for Braden Bennett as Cooper Wynn comes in back in for the middle. Shorter ball this time by Jack Hurst. Keeps the ball in. A little bit of a free roll there, and Graydon McKevely kind of just lets it die in front of him rather than cutting it off, and passes the ball up and out of bounds onto the Loveland side. Kind of looked like he was falling there and went immediately for the dive rather than getting into his feet there, which I think he had a step or two in him to be able to get there. Looks like another player for Loveland kind of coming in there. Different guy. Lincoln takes a good pass. Goes to Colby Goldstein, has to tip it over. Ball gets back over, and there's a miscommunication there and confusion. Cooper Wynn looked like he was going to pass that ball, but Drew Loudermilk is right underneath it, but he's the setter, so he's thinking he needs to take that second ball. And the ball just drops as there's no communication and no aggression. Good pass there by Lincoln as well. Good ball goes back to Owen, who gets a nice ball over the tee, but it's picked up. Going to be a free ball over there, but it's going to be sent out of bounds by Loveland. Owen Harrison now to serve. Nice deep ball. Rivero takes it with his hands, keeps going, and a strong swing again by number 18 on Loveland. This time going in front of Graydon McKevely at his feet. He's just having a field day with these swings. Couple changes on lineup there by Loveland, getting some more bodies in. Jump serve by number 11. Taken well by Drew Loudermilk, who's going to get the ball back, but it's way off the net. He's alive, though. Libero, great pass. Sends it back to 18. Ball touch by Drew Loudermilk. When Harrison tips to Cooper Wynn, who kind of tips it to the Libero's there again. And it goes to that lefty. Lefty is able to get the ball, roll over the block. Lincoln looks like he's almost going to get it, but he's unable to. And that's a great rally by both teams, keeping the ball going. Jump serve again. Taken again by Drew Loudermilk, but it goes over. And a little bit of a block tip over. And as the team was ready for the ball to come down, but the Loveland 27 just kind of lets it hit off his hands, and nobody's there to pick it up. Jump serve again, taken by Graydon McKevely. Good pass. This time Drew has to tip it over. Ball gets tipped up by the setter, and it's free ball over. Kings with a chance. Goes to Drew Loudermilk. Goes through the block as the block is pressed over, and the ball goes straight down on Loveland's side. Zach Hoying now in for Graydon McKevely in the front row. Colby Goldstein to serve. Good deep ball and good run. Goes back to the guy who passed it, and King's not aware that player was front row, and was not really there for the blocking. The ball goes straight down. 9 serving 5. Colby Goldstein passes Stroll straight up, and Owen Harrison has to run it down. Good communication there for Drew as he keeps the ball alive. Ball goes in the middle, and Lincoln absolutely keeps that ball alive with a great pass. Zach Hoying with a good swing back over. Goes to 18, who sends it out wide off, tipping off his hands, and that's an excellent rally there for Kings. That's a heck of a dig by Lincoln, just keeping his body in the line of fire. Ball go up, ball stay up, ball stays alive, but Lincoln missed the serve wide. Kings has to minimize these errors, these ones that are just absolutely entirely free. Jump serve here by Loveland. And it's in between both Colby and Lincoln. Very in the court, about two or 3 feet into that court. A little bit of miscommunication. They're figuring it out, though, it seems like. With where the server is serving from, in my opinion, Lincoln's got to take that as the libero. He's got to be aggressive as our best passer. Excellent pass this time, a little off the net. But it's going to be 2 double called on Owen Harrison. It was not going to get over, I don't think, as that ball was going into the ref stand. And Kings calls the timeout of 12-6.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Want a free t-shirt? Hit like and subscribe to our channel right now for your chance to win. We're giving away t-shirts to random subscribers. Don't miss out. Subscribe now, and you could be our next winner.
And we are back. 18 still serving jump serve. This time, long out of bounds. Coach point for Matt McLaughlin as he ices the hitter, as ices the server. Drew Loudermilk now to serve. Deep ball there, definitely going in. Goes to the opposite, who, before the ball is even contacted by the hitter, looks like Braden Bennett. Yep, Braden Bennett is just absolutely all up in that net. Lincoln with a great pass, a little tight though. Drew was able to handle it, but Braden Bennett definitely was under the net, but nobody saw. It's a good stab there by Drew Loudermilk to keep it alive, and Zach Hoying keeps the ball alive, but it has to give it over. Free ball for Loveland. The ball goes back row, and it's just long there, out of bounds by the Loveland opposite in the back row. As punishment, he gets subbed out. Not quite. Looks like you just getting the ball, just getting the next player in, who is the setter. Grady Kevlin now in for Zach Hoying and to serve. Very, very weak serve, but it goes good. And there's a bit of miscommunication, as looks like number 12 wanted to have a back one, and number 9 was setting him just a normal ball. And the ball goes very much so down. Grady McEvely now to serve again. Same thing, but this time taken by the libero. Good ball. And it just smacked real hard by number 11 there, and off the hands of the blockers of Kings. Libero for Loveland now to serve. Reverted back to the strong serve. Ball is tight there from Lincoln, but is able to be survived by Drew Loudermilk, and a great swing by Braden Bennett. Excellent swing there. I think that's one of the first times I've seen Braden Bennett keep the ball in front of him, and the ball was able to swing downward. in our last match against, I believe, Milford, it looked like a lot of the swings that he was having was he was leaning and falling backwards whenever he hits, and the ball was sending out of bounds. That's an ace by Jack Hurst, as 14 for Loveland, didn't know what to do and just kind of stab it out with one arm. Well, let's hope that Brady is able to keep that momentum up and keep the ball in front of him and have him swing downward. I would love to see that growth from him. Ball goes in the middle, has to tip it down, and Drew Loudon kind of lets it go. Not resorting to hitting ground. Kings very much so still in this game at 15, serving 11. And ball goes into the net there. Owen Harrison now to serve. Loveland's playing around with their lineup a lot. They have to talk to figure out who's in serve receive. Good serve. Libero takes it with ease. Ball goes to the outside for the big hitter, who hits it right almost on the tee, about 2 or 3 feet off. It's a great swing by number 18 there by Loveland. Lincoln, though, definitely still cheating inside and needs to keep on his line. He gets burned there quite a bit from what I've seen from the matches I've been commentating. Jumps here by Loveland. Ball goes Grady. Excellent pass by Grady. And the ball goes back to Colby Goldstein, but it's going to be called as a double on Owen Harrison, which I do agree with, unfortunately. Came out of his hands a little wonky, a little bit slappy. Jump serve again. This time it's going to fall in front of Lincoln Man, and it's going to be an ace serve there. Kind of looked a little bit like a miss hit there by the Loveland server, number 11, but worked out for the better. A lot of times miss serves that go in, or miss hit serves that go in, just are aces just from the wonkiness of it. Lincoln's able to handle this time, and Drew Loudon just tips it over. Tip as well from Loveland, and Owen Harrison hits the ground, but is not able to keep the ball up in the air. Timeout call by the Kings. 19-12.
Want to reach more customers? Advertise your business during our live sports streams. Connect with your local community and boost your brand. Email us today at reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com. That's reachmorecustomers@eDrivenScore.com.
Welcome back. 11 is still serving for Loveland at 19, serving 12. Going to come in with a jump serve again. A little bit of a wonk. Lincoln Man is able to take it. Goes to Colby Goldstein. The ball's kept alive. Goes to the opposite, lefty. Goes through the block. And in front of both Brady McCavely and Owen Harrison, as the ball just kind of falls right in between the two. Matt McLaughlin giving the note of move to the ball. Yep, definitely got to be aggressive and attack the ball. Attack the ball and cut it off. Excellent pass by Lincoln Man. And a good run there by Cooper Wind from Drew Loudermilk, I believe. And kill. Ball might have been going... Oh, sorry. It was Owen Harrison on the set. That ball might have been sailing out, but the Loveland player definitely played it to keep it alive with how fast it was coming. Zach Hoying now in for Grady McCavely as Colby Goldstein now to serve. And Loveland swings it into the middle of the net. Kings able to pass their threshold that they've not been able to get over 12 points in this match. They're now at 14 with Colby still to serve. Libero takes it a little deep for my liking. And a little bit of a waffle, but the ball is kept alive. Zach Hoying to still the hit. And its ball is going to be a back row attack easily, or as the center jump sets in and does almost a wonky. Almost could have been called a double as he kind of lifted it around. Yeah, that libero there for Loveland kind of took that ball a little deep. I played in a couple leagues that have called that as a lift on the serve receive, but you don't see that as much here. Colby Goldstein serves it into the net there, killing their run, killing a little bit of the momentum there. It kind of showed in the JV game, Loveland was able to just run off service run after service run by keeping the ball in. That's going to be misserved by number 27 on Loveland. But there's a lot of pressure that comes from just keeping that ball in and just knowing for the people who are in service receive, knowing the ball is going to come in, that they're going to have to pass, and they don't have that break that serve is going to miss. Lincoln man, ball doesn't even get to the center court line as the ball falls down and under the net. It's going to be 3 missed serves now in a row, men's volleyball. Number 18 back to serve, who serves it in. Lincoln's able to take it with his hands and goes to Braden Bennett and is blocked straight down. It's unfortunate for Kings that happened, but I still like that swing. I like the aggression there. It was just a very good block setup and on a very out of system ball. And an ace serve by 18 down the line of Colby Goldstein. Just a good ball. Excellent serve there. And he will be serving match point 24-16. Let's see if he goes for it even harder this time. Goes for a second ace in a row. And he does, but he sends it way out of bounds. It's going to be juice boxes for the Loveland, all the Loveland team as they cheer for in glee. Drew Loudermilk now to serve. Flat ball. It's going to go back row, back to 18, who slams it, and it goes. Can't tell if it got off the block there, but it definitely gets off the net, and it's going to be a block there for Kings. Kings needs to survive another 6 points if they want to keep this match alive. Deep serve. Goes to the middle, who tips it. Braden Bennett there up to serve, and keeps it alive, but nobody's there as Lincoln man tries to dive to keep that ball alive, and nobody knew where that ball's going. Got to keep that ball in the air to give people time, and that's going to be the match. 25-12, 25-12, and 25-18 in favor of Loveland. We'll see you soon for another match sponsored by eDriven.